film? Did it come to you or did you go to it? How did that happen?
I found the movie Skin because so my manager hit me up and D was like, "Yo, I got this film for you. It doesn't really pay a lot of money, but you should check it out. It's really good."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, cool." And I told D that I wanted to do biopics. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the director of the film and I just happened to have the same management.
Oh.
Not yeah, we were both under Luba Rockland. So I was like, "Oh, great." She was like, "Yeah, he's a client from one of our other managers. I think you should do it." So I still had to audition and do all that. But once I read the script, I was just very excited about it. Like very excited about it. It was such an exciting short film, and I was like, man, this is really gritty and this is really great, and it's just a feeling. Like I listen to this, you know what I'm saying, when I'm reading scripts or whatnot. Is this something that would interest me? Is this a story that will keep me into the film? Because when you do something, we shot the whole film in 4 days. So when you see the film, you're like, yo, we shot it in four
That's
days.
insane. Like, it took 4 days to shoot this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and that 4 day shooting turned into an Oscar.
Yeah, yeah. Guy in the teeth, he's a beast. Him and his wife, Jamie, man, they are a perfect. They be getting it in. So shout out to them.
Quality over quantity.
Quality, exactly. So once we did that, we got together and we shot the film, and we had a lot of just talented cast members. Everybody just came. Everybody was just very well trained, and like everybody knew their role. Nobody really had to ask too many questions. We just wanted to just gel once. The director, Guy Natif, put us in the scene, and he was really good about making things feel very real for us. But it definitely was a jarring experience filming it at certain points. At one point I had to watch the fight scene choreography, and like I said, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but some of it just looks so chilling. You know what I mean? Because it looks so real. You have a certain group of people on one group of like one particular person and doing certain things. It's just like, man, to see it. So yeah, it's really really good. I think you'll like it.
I think I like it too because I'm coming to that screening.
You
But
pulling up?
of course.
Pull up. What you still missing?
So wait, I have a question that I've always been curious about.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take you to like go into character, or is that just like a flip the switch and I'm there?
Every situation is situational.
Because remember, like Michael B. Jordan, what movie was it? But he said that he got in it and
Fruitvale
it was
Station?
hard to come out of character. No, was it Creed or was it Black Panther? It was one of those two.
So
But
wait,
he couldn't come back.
what was he doing with Black Panther? He couldn't get out of Panther. He was running around stabbing niggas with a spear or something?
You didn't see Black Panther?
No, I did, but I'm saying, like, why would he have a
Like
problem
the
getting
bad
out of
guy.
character? Yeah, but that's not like a film that you really got to go into character for. For me, you get lost in. It's like, excuse me, Heath Ledger for like the Joker. Like he went to a dark, dark place there. You know what I mean?
It was Black Panther. I googled it.
Was it?
He went to therapy after Black Panther. Let me see. I went to therapy. I started talking to people. Started unpacking a little bit.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Um,
I thought he did a great job in Black Panther. I mean, but
maybe he did too good.
every actor is different. You know what I mean? Like, I might be able to slide into a character and slide back out because of I write comedy or whatever more. I don't know.
But that's what he didn't do. He slid into his character, and he said he didn't take it lightly, so he couldn't slide back out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hey, listen, man.
So, like, as an actor, have you been in that? Have you ever been in that situation where you've taken your role so seriously that it's hard to separate life or reality from the character?
No, because I'm not in it that long. Like, right, I haven't done like a long feature yet to where I have to be in the same character for like 3 months or 6 months at a time. That probably is a very challenging thing to do. And then, could I get through it? Yeah, I could get through it. I mean, I probably would just balance when I'm off work. I would probably just have to go straight back into being myself and doing what I'm doing and just have those hours where I just snap in and snap off. But I can't be in character for too long. I got a whole baby. I got a whole baby. While I'm in character, she like, hey, nigga, while you done, both of y'all need to come. And so, yeah, I ain't got time to do that. Nah.
So, I want to back up for a second because now we know that you got your Oscar for your movie. That's huge.
Well, let me be clear. We as a film,
movie,
the movie,
the film itself
the film
got an Oscar that
yes.
you were a actor and a character in.
Yes.
So I want to go all the way back to Hump Day Romance.
Hump Day?
Are you still doing it?
I am. I'm about to release a brand new season of Hump Day Romance. I'm about to.
Are you doing it in seasons?
You know what? I've been doing it in kind of seasons. Yeah, so I've done like 2 seasons basically. of Hump Day Romance. But now I'm getting, I know, right? Some long ass seasons.
I remember a lot of them.
I know. I just said seasons because, like, at one point I was just doing them, just putting them out, and I didn't have any real outlook on where it was going to go or whatever. I was like, oh, this is cool. I like doing it. Now, with the internet changing, I don't know if I'm really doing seasons, but I am just about to be just doing them solely, just doing those because I really miss Hump Day Romance. I really, really do. I really like, for me, it's really therapeutic to like watch and observe the world and relationships and single people and just not, just all around relationships, not even just romantic, but also relationships with your parents, relationship with your family. And I just got a lot of shit to talk. I got a lot of shit to say, man. It's just some stuff is just not common sense to me anymore when it comes to people. I feel like we want the championship, but please do not ask us to come to practice. Like, people want to show up.
Deep. Like, this is the second deep thing that you said on this podcast today.
Man, I'm trying to just be comprehensive. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of self-suffering. People are suffering on their own accord, and we're looking for scapegoats when it's really us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we make our decisions 24 hours a day, and I don't feel like we're healing emotionally and like mental health and emotional health. I realize our big problems are why people can't be parents and why people can't have long-lasting relationships.
I had a long-lasting relationship, so I won't say that. I was about to say I can't relate.
Well, I want to say a good long-lasting relationship. Like,
there we go.
Anybody can be in jail for a long time. Like, for me, you don't get a trophy for that. Like, for like just staying and suffering. I mean, an actual growing and breathing, living relationship, because that's what it is. It's a growing and breathing thing. But the thing about it is, you can't save nobody unless you save yourself. A fireman that's on fire can't save me. You know what I mean? They always tell you at the first sign of turbulence on the plane, the first sign of trouble, put your mask on first.
See, now.
And we always forget that.
We're going to move on. See, you already know because I already told you, but I won't put my business,
Hey, listen, man, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, pass it on. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't put it on me. I'm just talking.
We've talked about it.
I'm just throwing it in the air. If you grab it, you grab it.
But I won't put it on this podcast. What I will put on this podcast, just really quick, I have to do it.
It's a classic.
It is.
It's a classic.
Do you remember which one this is?
That's my very first sketch I've ever written, a Stay in Your Lane.
Yeah. Oh.
I wrote that in a cubicle when I was a social worker.
You were a social worker?
I was a social worker for 2 years when I started my YouTube channel. I was a Norfolk, Virginia social worker, which is like one of the hoodest ass social working places you can ever be in your goddamn life. For real, man. Like, and I had like a thrift store suit. I had like 3 on. I used to just interchange out.
What's wrong with thrifting?
I know, but it's like at one point I was working so hard because I had to be to work for like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I didn't get there till like 9, but 8 o'clock when they was checking on me. And I lived around the corner.
That's when you're late, though.
Yeah, I lived around the corner. Close. But yeah, I hated that job. The people were cool. I liked the people working there, but just the job itself, for me, for myself, it was not. It was the perfect job for me to be at for those 2 years because, for one, it kept me employed. For two, it kept me able to fund the dream. And that's the thing. Like, people want to just be able to just be 1 foot in the dream and then be like, all right, well, forget my day-to-day. Nah, you got to pay them bills, too. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them bills. And I've, for the past 5 years, 6 years, I've always had, like, at least 2 or 3 jobs, of just doing stuff and writing and doing all that while taking care of family life, while having a relationship, personal life. Mm-hmm. So this dreams are definitely, it's kind of like the crown. Because I consider myself to be, a king now, man. I'm a grown-ass man. I know the vision for my life. I want to help my community. I want to build myself up. And, I'm fully invested in making my talent as best as I possibly can so that I can make black people look good on cinema and TV and make myself look good. But even like you as a hustler, as a female hustler or a male hustler, what people don't understand is the crown is motherfucking heavy. Mm-hmm. It looks shiny when you see them sitting. You see her like, oh, man, she got that degree. Or, oh, man, he's got his business. But you don't understand, like, sometimes your head and neck is shaking trying to keep it up. When you a single mom or a single dad, or you a dad trying to see your kid and you can't, or you're a mom trying to do it and nobody's helping you, whatever that kingdom level that you're trying to go through, you got to keep pressing at it.
You do, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. Like, I've had a lot of people say that my life just looks really glamorous because all you see is the end result of all the stress. You still see me at the concert, or you still see me in the club, or you still
Find
see
me in the club.
Right. You still see me in the studio every day.
Yeah.
It's like what it takes to get to that.
Yeah, they say it looks glamorous. But I think it should look like that, though. I mean, when I'm driving my car, I don't know what it look like on the outside. That's for whoever's watching me to tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Deep, I'm counting. That's 4.
That was 4?
That was 4.
Shit.
That was 4.
Shit. Let me get some. I heard them good.
There's a lot that we can learn from this podcast. But do you think that it's a lot of pressure to be considered a hustler?
Pressure from whom?
People watching.
Nah, we don't live up to their expectations.
The people that are looking up to you.
I don't know if they're looking. I don't know why they're looking up to me. I ain't looking down on them. They should look to beside me. You know what I'm saying? They can look at me for a reference of, you know, what I'm doing and take what I'm doing and make it your own if you want to. But for me, the biggest way that I like teaching people is just focusing on myself and just carrying myself in the way that I feel like is appropriate, you know, as a man, as a king, you know what I'm saying? And because I tried at one point to just, man, I was an old helping ass nigga, man. I just wanted to help people. I'm like, what's wrong, man? You got to do this. You got to get motivated. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then people they'll hear you or they'll fight you most of the time on it. People will fight you when you're trying to help them. And what people don't understand is sometimes you got to ask yourself, is somebody trying to help? Is somebody trying to tell me something that absolutely doesn't benefit them? Ain't that shit for me? Like if I'm telling you like, hey, yo, Ambi, you know, you could do this, you could do that, and you can make your bread. I get nothing from that other than seeing you be successful. But people are so lazy and so resistant to change, especially change within ourselves, that as soon as somebody offers an idea or a solution in our life, we have 1,000 problems or 1,000 reasons why it can't happen. So for me, I gotta stay away from like drowning energy like that because you can't do anything. I can't work with people with bad energy. That's one thing with me. Like whenever I work with, you know, on projects with people, I'm always cognizant of their energy and their professionalism and their work ethic, because those things matter. You know what I'm saying? You can respect somebody based off their, you know, their professionalism and work ethic alone. You know, their genuineism.
I like that because then that means that tells me, which I already knew, you don't do it for the money because all money ain't good money. You don't want to be in
right.
In
stripper
those.
dollars stink, man. Shit crazy.
No judgment to any strippers that might be listening, but my goodness,
They ain't got nothing. I mean, just clean the money, man. You ever see a stripper bring home some dollars and you be like, all right, man, let me get some money for McDonald's, and you going like this with the lady and then you get your food and
no.
Exactly. Shit crazy.
No, I have not. So Hump Day Romance, you're bringing it back.
Yeah, so Hump Day Romance was my dumbest thing I've done. Was I just kind of fell off from them a little bit because I was just doing too many other things that my core audience, I felt like they liked, but they wanted me to stay with Hump Day Romance. They like hearing what I got to say about, you know, relationships and just different ways that I be saying things. And also too, I love having that connection with my audience. And I felt like when I first started, I was so young and I was so worried about pumping out new episodes that I never really looked at my messages. Like when Stay in Your Lane went viral for the first time on World Star, I just had a flood of messages to my Facebook, to my YouTube channel and everything. And for whatever reason, for like 2 years, I just never checked them. I got to be like, yo, I'm still kicking myself. But what I did was when I finally found that out, maybe like a year or so ago, I went and responded back to the messages. Yeah, I was just like, hey, man, I'm sorry. I know this shit mad late couple years, but...
Most people would have left it. At least you went back and you looked.
Nah, I ain't want to leave them like that because, like, I love people. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's how you connect to people, too. Like, that's how you connect to your audience is when you create that personal, or you bridge that gap between, hey, I'm just the Hump Day Romance guy, and you're the person that's watching it.
You know what it is? If I can keep it a stack with you, like, I'm from a place where I never thought that I had anything of value till the world would respond to me like this. So part of it was disbelief of like, you know, people are like, you know, all over the world, like, yo, Zeus, she helped me with my divorce. So, yo, man, I was watching this all night. It helped me with this. Yeah, messages like that. You know what I'm saying? I still go back and I read these over and over again when I need inspiration or when I'm feeling like, damn, man, like, you know, sometimes you working so hard, but you don't see that movement as much as you think you do. You know, so yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm so engaged now. I want to travel the world and build a following around the world with Hump Day Romance. And that's all I really want to do right now. So yeah, I think Hump Day Romance is where I want to be. I want to eventually, once I get the videos going, I want to get it to a live show where I can take it to different cities. And, you know, I'll have exclusive sketches that's not on the internet, so you'll have to come to the show to see, but it'll be a full Hump Day show, and people can ask me relationship questions, kind of come up. So it'll be kind of like a TED Talks, kind of a comedy show, mixed with some sketch in there as well. I'm just trying to create an original format because niggas got to be original out here, you know, like people are killing it. You know, the 85 South show has a very original podcast. You know, it's just a lot of different formats out here. With Amanda Seals, with her live shows that she's had, was it Black Excellence or something like that? Yeah, she has a show with black people. I forgot the name of it, but it's really dope. I haven't been to one yet, but I definitely hope to go catch it. But it's just a lot of creative formats right now, man. And also too, the internet is very new. So we are the Spike Lees of the internet and the pioneers. You know, the King Batches and all these people are already like been paving the way. So. Yeah.
So, and then Buzzfeed.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to create like your own
Buzzfeed has been dope to me, man. Shout out to the Latino channel, Paralike. Paralike has shown me a lot of love. I've done a lot of collabs. Most of my collabs has been with them, with doing Latino comedy. I'm Puerto Rican. My father's Puerto Rican. My mother's African American.
I learned that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
what does that mean?
I mean, like, what's up? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I really wanted to like learn how to do different kinds of comedy. So Paralike was able, you know, kind of bring me around and get me hipper to the culture. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to Gadiel, Jaleesa, Curly, Maya, Claudia. I feel like I'm missing somebody. But shout out to the whole Paralike team, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Dope. So what's next for Mr. Hump Day Romance?
Wait, did you see my hairline video? Did you see a boss have a hairline on BuzzFeed?
No, I didn't see.
You didn't see that? You gotta go check it out, man. I grew a hairline for like a day, like a couple days, and I just went back out of retirement real quick.
Really
like when Jordan, like when Jordan went to baseball, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna come back in the league," and he just went back out. I did that. I did a Jordan of hairlines.
Look, I immediately jumped to Google.
It's on YouTube. Guy gets hairline or something like that. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know you ain't see that, man. But I was out here in these streets. I also did an animation with Buzzfeed for Black History Month. I'm very excited about that. Animation.
None of these are you. I hope. No, this is not you.
Put Buzzfeed hairline.
I see. The first thing that came up was guy gets hairline pushed back. And I'm like,
oh, that wasn't me.
I hope that's
mine was pushed back by nature.
Oh, so nah. I type in Buzzfeed, hairline comes up.
Yeah.
Men find out if they'll lose their hair. Which one is this?
You'll be able to see me on the thumbnail. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, there he is. I got a man weave.
Yeah, man weave. Man weave. You like that? That's the phrase. That's the phrase.
Oh, that's a commercial.
That's a commercial.
I just need to see because the thumbnail is hilarious.